Today in this video, I would like to share how we can test diode with digital multimeter and analog multimeter. So once we talk about diode, there is always positive side and negative side. So in the other word, every diode there is anode and cathode. So there are a lot of different types of the diode, but the testing mode all are the same. So our topic here is how we can check our diode is either in good condition or bad condition. So we're going to use digital multimeter first. So as I mentioned, the testing mode will be the same with every diode. Actually, there are a lot of diode, so every diode, the testing mode will be the same. So I'm going to start with this digital multimeter. So the first things, once you want to check the diode, you need to check your multimeter either can test a diode or not. So here, the diode symbol, we have to see the diode symbol. So here is a DC voltage, here is for AC voltage, this is for DC ampere, this is DC ampere, this for transistor, and this is for the diode. So this is the diode symbol, and here is the diode symbol. So this multimeter, we can test the diode. So we have to select to diode. So this is the diode testing mode. Once you already select, so here I already draw a simple symbol. This is the actual diode symbol. A lot of the diode, but they are different. The symbol is a little bit different, but basically this is how we're gonna see the diode symbol for the generally. So one side is anode and the other side is cathode. And for the body parts, the cathode side will have the mark. So depends on the model, depends on the types. Here I have the silicon diode and the Schottky diode and the Zener diode. So the Zener diode is the label here is a little bit black color, which is referred for cathode, and the silicon diode is silver color, and Schottky diode also silver color. So every diode they will have the symbol, they will have the mark for the cathode. So once you already see the mark, then you have to identify that side is cathode. If you cannot see the mark anymore, so don't worry, this is how we're going to test. So anode is basically positive and cathode is basically negative. So the diode work is, the basic work of the diode is the current will flow from anode to cathode. So this is the function of the diode. So the current will flow from anode to cathode. From cathode to anode will be blocked. So this is why positive to the negative, you will have connectivity, you will have diode voltage drop. If you reverse positive and negative, then the diode voltage will be blocked. So let's test. So anode, this is silicon diode, this side is the full black, so there is a mark. So the mark side is negative, so positive to negative. So I have 0.529 diode voltage drop. If I reverse, the voltage block. So this is the good diode. If your diode is both sides short, both sides there is the voltage drop, which means your diode is already broken. So because the diode is PN junction, so the inside the silicon PN junction will be already broke. That's why you can get both side voltage drop. So this diode is in good condition. So all will be the same. So anode to cathode, the Zener diode, so one side, you will get only one side diode voltage drop. So this is how you can test the diode. So remember, the diode, a good condition of the diode, we only you will get only the voltage drop from only one side. So this side is blocked because this is positive. So positive should be anode side. So positive to negative. If I reverse, diode voltage already blocked, so this diode is good. So another types, I'm gonna use one more multimeter. So I need to select to the diode mode. So the diode testing mode, you have to see the diode symbol here. So I have a diode symbol, and I need to press until I get diode symbol here, and then so positive to negative. If I reverse, diode voltage to block. So this is good condition. Anode to cathode, reverse, block. Anode to cathode, reverse, block. So any kinds of the diode, the testing method will be always the same. So regardless of the size, and regardless of the voltage, and regardless of what type of the diode, the testing method always be the same. So if you use analog multimeter, you can select on continuity here. So the difference between analog and digital multimeter is, for analog multimeter, the black lead is anode, the red lead is cathode. So we have to notice about this. So anode to cathode, we have diode forward voltage. If you reverse, diode voltage block. So this is good. Forward voltage, reverse block. Forward voltage, reverse block. So this is how you can test the diode with analog multimeter. In case if you don't have multimeter and you can use a battery, so I'm going to use here two AA battery. So I'm going to use one LED light. So negative we connect to one side of LED, and the positive we go through with a diode. So I have LED light. If you reverse your diode, if you put reverse, LED will not be light because the voltage is already blocked. So the working of the diode, the purpose for the diode is, in case your voltage you connect roundly positive and negative, and your circuit board will be protect. And this is a wide range they use to convert from AC to DC, because since AC voltage is there is a hux and DC voltage is a smooth, so this diode is mainly they use for to convert from AC to DC. So this is good. If I take another one, this is a Xenon diode. This side is good. If I reverse, voltage block. So this is good. So the mark always have to be the output side. So positive to negative. So in the other word, anode to cathode. If you reverse, so this is good. So this is how you can test a diode with a multimeter and the battery. So I hope you understand the concept of the diode and the testing of the diode. And thank you for watching.